morning, everybody. My name's David Laurel. I'm here with Mary Alvord, and for the next hour and a half, we're going to be your hosts as we bring you Burbank on Parade. How are you today, Mary?
I'm wonderful, and what a great day in Burbank. We are saluting our heroes, and that's all kinds of heroes, whether they teach our children or whether they serve in the military or whether they're great veterinarians. So we've got a great parade for you, and we're kicking off, David, with our Gunfighters for Hire. What do we know about them?
Well, you know, these guys have come together with a mission, and their mission is to promote and preserve the spirit and legend of Western history and the lifestyles of the late 1800s. You know, just a little before our time. They also promote gun safety, and shooting right in front of me here like that, I'm looking for some gun safety. So during their shows, they are using actual 44 caliber handguns and 12 gauge shotguns, 16 gauge shotguns, and safety to the audience and the gunfires, of course, are maintained at all time. That's a good thing. Safety is their primary concern. They've won many awards in many parades that they've appeared in, and last year they walked away from this particular parade with the President's Choice Award. So, gentlemen, go ahead, do your thing.
Come on, you gotta hurry. Come on, Larry.
Drop your hands. We're here to disarm you. That's not what I want. Wait a minute. There's still one. Wait a minute. One more. He ain't dead yet. All right.
I think the good guys won that one. What do you think, David?
You always got to hope the good guys won, huh?
The good guys won. Oh, yes, he's carrying the good book, so we know the good guys won.
There you go. The Gunfighters for Hire. Thank you very much for your participation to kick off our parade for 2016.
Anytime.
I'll be blessing you, darling. I'm seeing steam come up here, darling.
You know, Mary, today the theme for our parade today is Our Heroes. And I think that's interesting. You know, you and I have done this for many years together now, and we've always had maybe a Grand Marshal or someone whom we've honored throughout the parade. This time, it's the gamut of the people whom we all look to as our heroes throughout our lifetime.
Absolutely. And we know here in Burbank we have many, many special heroes that just make this community what it is and what will continue to be. So what a great theme for the parade and a great way to honor so many folks in our community that are really everyday heroes.
And with the colors of the United States and the state of California coming down the street here, they are being carried by the San Fernando Rangers. They're an equestrian-oriented service organization that was founded in 1940. And in the beginning, the Rangers were formed and incorporated to supplement a manpower shortage of the city of San Fernando's police department. Never knew that.
It's a nice way to present the colors as we kick off our Burbank on Parade here today. And followed right behind them, the theme banner for this year's parade presents 2016 Burbank on Parade presents Our Heroes. And it seems like superheroes only live in comic books, TV shows, and movies, but there are many people in our everyday lives who demonstrate heroism or undertake selfless acts, such as our dedicated police officers, our paramedics, our firefighters, and military who go every day risking their own lives to help people that they never have met from imminent danger. And there are those who are heroic because they unselfishly give their time and their talents to others like our parents. And I think we have brand new Burbank on Parade letters here today. So give a big shout out to our grand opening for the parade.
You know, Mary, as we're here at the outset of the parade, and we are honoring heroes from every walk of life today. We typically hold this back to the end of the parade, but there are real heroes who put this parade on every year. And I would just like to take a moment up here at the front of the parade to mention their names. Carrie Briggs, Joanne Miller, Rob and Cindy Baus, Heather Jennings, Joyce Rudolph, John Miranda, Karen Volpe, Scott Hess, Elisa Cunningham, Linda Barnes, Wayne Portier, Ross Benson, Diana Briggs, and Cindy Simmons. For those of you who are sitting up and down the street here on Olive Avenue, for those of you who are watching today on Channel 6, if it were not for these people, there simply would not be a parade. They're going to be starting work on the 2017 parade tomorrow.
After a good night's sleep, let's hope.
Yeah, and believe me, a good night's sleep is something that they have not had too often. Joanne Miller, who is the chairman of the parade, she is going, I think, now on 42, 43 hours without sleep.
Yes, indeed.
And that's just the way it works in order to put this parade on. So those good people who are all part of the Burbank Parade Committee, along with today's sponsors, they are the people who make this all happen. Our Grand Marshal this year is a gentleman who I think may be very recognizable to a lot of folks here. Kevin Dobson. He was an MP in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War, and he's delighted to be our Grand Marshal today. He is, of course, best known for his roles in Kojak and Knots Landing, and he's the chairman of SAG-AFTRA Military Personnel Family Support Committee. He's received the Silver Helmet Award and American Legion, and has visited 52 VA medical centers to promote volunteering with the local community. Kevin also would like to remind everyone today that if you love your country, thank a veteran. Mr. Dobson, it's a real thrill to have you with us today. How you doing, sir? Wonderful.
We also have with us Lieutenant Colonel Friend, another Grand Marshal joining us here today. He is from the Tuskegee Airmen, was born in 1920. He is one of the first Americans of color to serve in the U.S. military. In World War II, he was assigned to the 332nd Fighter Group, now known as the Red Tails. He has a fascinating background that you should Google for more information. He is one of only 20 remaining pilots, and we're thrilled to have him here today.
Listen up. At 11:17, there's a flyover of a P-51 that he flew.
Perfect. We are going to have a flyover here. Mr. Dobson just reminded us here, and one of our other Grand Marshals coming down the parade route now is a real hero of mine. And you know what, Mary? Not only is he a hero, he's a good friend. And he's been a good friend for many years. Dr. Martin Small, who has been a well-known veterinarian in this community for many, many years. Of course, also for all of his wonderful work with the Burbank Animal Shelter in Burbank. 50 years he has been serving this community. He served in the Korean War and volunteered for 8 years at the Burbank Animal Shelter. Dr. Small, always wonderful to see you. How you doing?
And he's sharing a ride this morning with Sister Regina Palomara from St. Finbar. Sister Regina Palomara has spent the last 60 years making people aware of life. She was raised in Hollywood and is an alumni of the Villa Cabrini Academy, which now is Woodbury, by the way. Recently, more than 700 people gathered for her Diamond Jubilee celebration at St. Finbar Church. She is a supporter of Family Promise of the Verdugos, a member of the Knights of Columbus, the Cabrini Alumni Association, and she has offered invocations at many community events. We love you, Sister Regina. All of these good folks are worthy of your applause. They are our Grand Marshals for this parade. Thank you.
Right behind Lou Ferreira's vintage fire truck here, which is a 1967 Crown fire truck, and that served for the San Marino Fire Department. We have a very special guest. We have our Congressman, Congressman Adam Schiff. And you know, I think we're the only community in the United States that can say our Congressman rides in our parade in the Batmobile.
Woohoo!
And of course, Adam represents the 20th Congressional District. Congressman, always wonderful to see you.
Thank you, people of Gotham.
Thank you for your service.
Congressman Schiff currently serves as the ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence and is a member of the Benghazi Select Committee. The House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence oversees all of the nation's intelligence agencies, and he's represented our community for more than 17 years. Been a true fabric of this community for many, many years.
And has his office right here in our community. Aren't we lucky?
He's a resident of our community.
Absolutely, the best.
So, Mary, just wondering, out of curiosity, who's some of your heroes?
Well, I gotta say, I think the parade did a very good job of gathering those folks, but I can think of other people. Many of the people I worked with that went before me in Park and Recreation were heroes. As you know, they brought us some of the greatest facilities. People like Barbara Round that started sports programs, and Bill Burden. There's a lot of good people in this community. And speaking of good people, it is our sponsors that makes this parade happen. And our first sponsor up today, the Cusimano Real Estate Group. We thank them, thank them, thank them. We couldn't do the parade without them.
And look at these guys here on the Wells Fargo Stagecoach.
And they're carrying with them Johnny Crawford, the rifleman.
Yeah,
Welcome.
How cool is that? Hey, Johnny,
Welcome.
how are
Very
you?
cool.
Is rattling that lasso there at the end? Good to see you. Johnny, of course, best known for the Rifleman back when he was a little boy.
And so were we. Many moons ago.
The United States Army representatives from the U.S. Army are with us today. And we have recruiters and future service soldiers from the Burbank Recruiting Center, located in the Burbank Town Center. And these good men and women do remind everyone in the city of Burbank that if you're interested in a career with the United States Army, that you can give them a call. The number is 818-844-3881.
Thank you to the U.S. Army.
You know, Mary, you were saying that, throughout your long career with the city of Burbank, especially with park, recreation, and community service, you really did see a tremendous amount of people who went through your department, whom you worked for and whom worked for you, who in many, many ways became heroes to so many people who grew up in this city through our Parks and Recreation Community Service Department. Hey, Mary, overhead here, we have had a bit of a flyover a couple times here. What can you tell us about that flyover?
Well, that was actually to honor one of our grand marshals, and the plane is called Bunny, and it is a P-51D Mustang, and it was brought to you today by the Palm Springs Air Museum, who were generous enough to allow 2 flyovers for the parade. So we're thrilled they could join us this morning.
Mary, our first band is coming down Olive Avenue, and it's only fitting that it's our 2 public high schools. It's the Burbank Borough's all-city band, so it's a combination of both the John Burroughs High School and the Burbank High School marching bands. These 2 schools have made such a major commitment to music. It's amazing. They're not only known throughout the United States, but even way beyond the borders of this country for some of the things that they've been able to do, especially with their show choirs.
Absolutely.
But their marching bands are with us today, all looking good. And so what we're going to do is we're going to sit back here and let them entertain you for a few moments.
Looking rather Mardi Gras, I would say.
Well, no matter if your allegiance is to the red or the blue, that has to make you pretty proud to see those
They sound
guys.
tremendous. They just sound
Hey,
tremendous.
our brand new superintendent of schools with the Burbank Unified School District is here, Matt Hill. He's been with BUSD for just shy of a year now. And it's so great to see him. 1,600 employees Matt oversees. And it's wonderful to have you with us today, Superintendent.
And he's dressed as a superhero, which you have to be almost every day to do your job. Thank you for being here. And speaking of superheroes, they are followed by the Burbank Teachers Association. Welcome.
And another one of our sponsors, the good people over at Burbank Water and Power. We're so lucky, so fortunate. Talk about heroes. The fact that we have men and women who keep our lights on and keep water flowing through our pipes is something that's really very special, because there's an awful lot of cities, not just in this state, but throughout the United States, who would love to have their own utility, and we're very fortunate to have
Great
ours.
reliability, absolutely.
The president of the Burbank Unified School District Board of Education, Charlene Tabbert, is with us today. Always
Welcome.
wonderful to see you, Charlene. You have a good-looking group of folks with you today? Perfect.
Perfect. And right behind, our very own Larry Applebaum, who is currently serving as the vice president of the Burbank Unified School District Board. Larry's a lifetime Burbank resident, has been serving on the Board of Education since 2005. He owns his own electronic service company, Music Tech, and is also a general contractor specializing in residential remodeling. Welcome, Larry.
More representatives of the Burbank Unified School District, principals, teachers, educators. Hey, what more can you say about heroes than that, huh?
They got to do it, and because of them, all the schools run great.
So for those of you who are watching on Channel
Shout
6,
out.
take a look at those faces. Those are the men and women who are the heroes
Yes,
for
they
your
are.
children here in the city of
Our
Burbank.
hats are off to you guys.
One of our sponsors this year is Walmart, and they're a new sponsor to the parade this year. As many people probably are aware, Walmart is opening a new facility in the Empire Center. It's scheduled to be open this summer to serve Burbank customers. And by the way, if anyone is interested in applying for employment, they are looking to hire right now. You can go to just simply walmart.com, click on careers, and if you're looking for employment here in the city of Burbank, Walmart is going to be a good place for you to take a look. The Ballet Folklorica, Azteca, has been a part of this parade, Mary, for as long as I've been involved. So I guess they have become a real part of the fabric of this parade and this community. They're a performing dance company that was founded by Amy Navarrete in 1987, and they are located here in Burbank. They have 4 groups ranging from 2 to 25-year-olds. And their skill level includes advanced young adults and intermediate, advanced juniors, and beginners. A positive approach to this art form empowers members with knowledge and pride of their heritage. By encouraging parental participation as a form of success, the kids are taught commitment, self-discipline, and team spirit. It's always great to have them here. The costumes are so
They're
beautiful.
always one of our most colorful entries, and most energetic, I might also add. And almost every year, Amy's here, so kind of exciting to see her commitment. Yeah, there you go. She's listed as their hero, and I would say hats off to her. She is the one that has kept this wonderful tradition alive and well here in the city of Burbank. So we say, Amy, you are a hero. Here she is. And they are a first place float winner in the dancing and gymnastics category. Congratulations.
Look at those costumes and look at those faces. Is that not a picture?
You are a hero, Amy.
performing in the parade, by the way, for 12 years. I was going to say, they've been around for a long time. For 12 years, and every year they're a highlight of this parade. Look at these beautiful children.
Well, and they keep bringing in young ones to keep the program alive and well. It's certainly booming. Big thank you to the Ballet, Folklorica, Azteca.
Next we have representatives of the United States Navy from the Burbank, Hollywood, and Glendale areas. These amazing young men and women will soon be leaving our area to start service to our country. Their journey will begin in Navy boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. Leading the march is Quartermaster Second Class Laurel Lopez from the Navy Recruiting Office that's located in the Burbank Town Center. And Mary, I see some paparazzi coming down on the avenue.
What a year.
Oh, look at these guys. Oh my goodness. Mary, you
68.
don't you feel just like a Kardashian?
I do feel like a Kardashian. You made my day.
Hey, these guys are all from the John Burroughs Photo Club.
Get that down.
And it's always wonderful to have them with us. The program began back in 1972 and has been ranked #1 in the nation. Can you imagine that? Many of the graduates have gone on to have jobs as professional photographers. There's one right there, Bonnie Burrow. I mean, there's no one who does not know the city of Burbank who doesn't know all of the contributions that Bonnie has made to this city visually and also to bring along the whole new generation of wonderful photographers to this city. Bonnie, always wonderful to see you.
Now we've got coming up, and also the winners of first place in novelty for non-commercial from BCR, A Place to Grow, which is a nonprofit organization that provides child and adult day programs for the developmentally disabled. BCR has been providing services for Burbank and its surrounding cities since 1963. Each and every client of BCR is truly a hero, so today we celebrate with the BCR clients all dressed up as BCR superheroes.
Oh, how great to have you guys with us today. And Mary, it's so great to have Nickelodeon included as one of our sponsors this year. As most people know, they are constructing a brand new facility on the corner of Lake Street and Olive Avenue, right across from our Burbank Water and Power facility, and that will be expanding their existing footprint from 72,000 square feet to, are you ready, over 190,000 square feet.
We're also thrilled today to have the Fiesta Charity Show. The Fiesta Charity Show was presented by Fiesta of the Spanish Horse and has been a Burbank tradition for 18 years. This nonprofit is dedicated to raising funds and awareness for cancer research. We salute all of the cancer heroes that are alive today because of the funds raised by this show. This great event will happen Saturday, April 30th, and it features beautiful horses, dancers, and musicians in an afternoon of beauty and history. Today, you can just see a small sample of what you will see at the Fiesta Charity Maine, that's M-A-N-E, event.
The woman sitting next to me, Miss Albert, is a alumni of John Burroughs High School.
Well, I probably should be out there marching with them, but I'm not sure my old knees would make it that far. But we're thrilled that with great spirit and enthusiasm, every year, the Burbank Burroughs Alumni Band, they're making, believe it or not, their 30th appearance in the parade. This band is made up of former students who were all members of their high school music programs, many during the 60s and 70s. They are directed again by the wonderful Bill Kuzma, a Burbank High School grad who worked his way up through the ranks of the Burbank Police Boys Band and also held the role of Burbank High School Band Director from 1970 to 1980. The band is accompanied by tall flags, barrier carriers, and the drill team, also made up of former students. Leading the drill team is Burbank on Parade's own Joyce Rudolph.
Next down the parade route here is Steve Ferguson. And Steve serves as the clerk of the Burbank Unified School District Board. You know, Stephen is the youngest person ever elected in the city of Burbank to public office. I remember, Mary, you were mentioning about my time on the park board. I remember when I was on the park board, and Stephen was, Stephen, what were you, about 12, 13, when you used to come up as 11. And Steve was born and raised here in Burbank. He's a proud product of the Burbank schools, and he's worked for many years in the public service area here in the city of Burbank. You know what, Stephen? I mean, are you 30 yet?
No, 27.
27. And already has become an instrumental part of the fabric of the city of Burbank. So thank you very much for your service, sir.
Thank you, Stephen. All the students, thank you too for all your work. And right behind, we have also representing the Burbank Unified School Board, and she is actually serving currently as the clerk, and that's our very own Dr. Roberta Reynolds. She was elected to the school board in 2007 and again in 2011. She is a graduate of Burbank High School. I don't hold that against her. Her two daughters, Stephanie and Danielle, also are Burbank High School alumni, and Danielle is a teacher at Providence Elementary, so we're keeping it right here in the family. Dr. Reynolds is a manager of outpatient pharmacy services at Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital, is a past president of the Burbank Council PTA, and remains an active PTA participant. We love you, and we love all the good work you do, Roberta.
And rounding out our school board, Dr. Armand Agahanian is here with us today. Armand was elected to the Burbank Board of Education in 2015, just last year. And he's also an adjunct facility professor at Woodbury University, where he has been for the past 9 years. He's been teaching courses in business management, organizational leadership, and government. He's riding with his beautiful wife and son today. Always so good to see you, Armand. How's everything going with you guys today out there?
That's good.
As Armand mentioned, his very first parade today, and we're so thrilled that you're serving on our Board of Education, and thank you very much for your service and your participation in the parade today.
And for car guys, he's riding in a 1954 Olds S88 convertible owned by Bob Pritchard. Beautiful car.
The Burbank Parent Education Program is one of Burbank's little hidden gems. They're a school of full resources for parents and their children to gain knowledge and child-rearing skills. Participants in the program make lifelong friendships and find themselves to be a part of a very special community. Classes are available for parents and their infant to school-age children. For more information about this wonderful program, you can just go to burbankparent.org and find out all about it. So great to see you guys today. You look all wonderful and colorful. And I see a couple of superheroes there. Spider-Man, Superman.
And another shout out to one of our sponsors. Actually, we've got a couple of them right now. McDonald's and also the Worth Real Estate Group. And we thank them again. And no surprise, everyone knows who's just entered the route, our very, very, very special guest, Ronald McDonald, who is a treasured participant in our parade. Ronald loves entertaining children of all ages worldwide with his magic and unique brand of humor while imparting the importance of reading, good character traits, safety, protecting the environment, and self-esteem. And he's being driven today by Frank Ney, and Frank has driven him, Ronald McDonald, every year in this parade.
Heading on down Olive Avenue right now are our friends, the Burbank Wranglers. 20 Western horse riders that are based out of 5 stables here in the city of Burbank. You know, for people who don't know Burbank really well, I think they're a lot of times surprised to find out that we have such a commitment to the equestrian community and an entire equestrian area in our city. And so it's wonderful to see you guys. The group consists of male and female riders of all ages. And they represent the Old West and the heroes from the Old West. Wyatt Earp, Annie Oakley, Buffalo Bill, Calamity Jane, Doc Holliday, all their sidekicks. And their motto is "Long live the Western Cowboy." So great to see you guys today.
How's things? Thank you. Are you going to the pocket right later?
They're followed by the Masons here in the city of Burbank, as with so many communities throughout the United States. Of course, the Masonic Lodge is an instrumental part of a community, and no different in our community here. They're members of the Masonic Lodges, both 406 and Magnolia Park Ranch, which is 618. They also include Burbank Chapter 352, the Order of the Eastern Star, the Burbank Shrine Club, and the Masonic Youth Groups of Job's Daughters, Bethel 97, and the Lawrence C. Kelly Chapter of D. Malay. The Masonic family knows that not all heroes wear capes. They know that the true heroes try to help the world to become a better place, and they certainly have done that. It's so great to see all of you, wonderful folks. Hey, so great to see all of you today from our Masonic community here in the city of Burbank. Of course,
You're a winner, David, of second place in the float non-commercial category.
any guess what might be next?
The United States Marine Corps.
Very good, very
They
good.
are here as the United States Marine Corps and future Marines from the Burbank Recruiting Center right here in our own Burbank Town Center Mall. And if you'd like to be part of the few, the proud, the Marines, you can give them a call or visit them right here in our mall downtown. And a big shout out to all of those who are about to enter service to our country. God bless you all.
Mary, if I'm not mistaken, I think when you were with the city of Burbank, the city made the commitment to doing the banners for the veterans. So, I mean, the city of Burbank, I thought that was a wonderful thing that the city of Burbank did to step up to the plate and to honor the veterans, of course, which we always do up at McCambridge Park.
Absolutely.
Another one of our sponsors here today is Berkshire Hathaway, Crest Real Estate, and they're celebrating their hero. And to a large extent, she's a lot of people's hero in this town, Barbara Howell. And Barbara is the CEO of the Burbank Temporary Aid Center. Talk about someone who steps up to the plate and is a hero for a lot of the people we forget about at times. BTAC is dedicated to providing the poor, working poor, and homeless of our community with basic services so that they can live in dignity and to serve citizens of this city in the times of emergency and disaster. She does an incredible thing. The Burbank Temporary Aid Center was founded in 1974, and Barbara has been their executive director since 2004. You do not go to an event in the city of Burbank that does something to benefit this community that Barbara Howell is not there. And you are a wonderful member of this community. You make this city on a daily basis what it is.
Thank you, Barbara. You are a hometown hero. And you're right, David. The Burbank Temporary Aid Center is just such a jewel to help so many people that, whether it's just on a temporary basis or a little more long-term, need some help to get them back on their feet.
Hey, Mary, you know, you just never know what has happened to anybody, and just
Absolutely.
sometimes in a transitionary period in their lives, they need some extra help, and the good people at BTAC have been doing that in this community for many years.
And a shout out to everybody watching this. They need your donations, especially of canned goods and food. They stock a pantry that's always full so they can help out the less fortunate in our community. And we have what I think is a new sponsor, it's the Burbank Airport. They're not a new sponsor. They just got a new catchy logo there. As they come in, are they going to squirt anybody today, or are we going to surprise?
No, they're conserving water today.
Conserving water. We
There
have
you
a
go.
drought going on.
And I'm seeing my buddy Lucy Bergdorf up there, and Mr. Fager, Dan Fager, and it's so wonderful to see you guys. Lucy says it's wonderful to be here, and Lucy, it's equally wonderful to see you guys. Mr. Fager, I love the hat, by the way. Great to see you guys.
Nice non-showy vehicle, by the way. course.
The good people at 7-Eleven, of course, located throughout our city here, are sponsors today, and we're very thankful for all their participation in making this parade happen. Thank you all very much.
And it looks like they're carrying a check, meaning they made a nice donation to Burbank High School. We thank you for that as well. Thank you, 7-Eleven.
Hey,
Keep those Slurpees going.
the Fun and Fit Gymnastics folks are here. Mary, I want you to get out there and work with them. Come on, show us a cartwheel. Get out there, Mary.
I don't think so.
Since 1985, thousands of children aged 12 months to adults have enjoyed attending classes, camps, and birthday parties at Fun and Fit Gymnastics. Their facility is located up on Burbank Boulevard, and what makes them unique and fun is their non-competitive teaching philosophy that defines personal best instead of being better than anyone else. Their children participating today are students at Fun and Fit, and you have to give all of their instructors a big hand. They're real heroes, huh?
Indeed, Jeff Lola, started that many, many years ago, and I see he's been recognized as Business Leader of the Year award and Club Service Award for 3 years in a row. Jeff really had a vision, and it has taken off here in the city of Burbank, and so many kids have learned gymnastics thanks to them. And following right behind, not necessarily doing handsprings, but very spirited, is the Cowboy Social Club. The Cowboy Social Club is a group of friends who share a love of the American West in all of its forms, whether it be frontier history, big and small screen theaters, or songs, poetry, and art. They also do charitable work such as their annual Cowboy Christmas for Kids, where they serve lunch and provide gifts to kids and families in East Los Angeles who are in need.
Hey, the Laurel Hill Drum Line. The Hornet Drum Corps is celebrating its second birthday under the direction of Paul Angers, and many of its players have only been playing since the spring of 2015. They take their practice very seriously and have quickly propelled themselves into this unique marching unit with street beats and solo competitions. That's the Laurel Hall Hornet Drum Corps, and we're so glad to have them with us today, along with their cheer squad. Warner Brothers, another major player in the city of Burbank. When you think of Burbank, you think of Warner Brothers.
Absolutely.
And of course,
They've created many heroes, haven't they, up on the big screen?
They sure have. Boy, you talk about everyone from Superman to Batman. That's where they all live in that big facility over there.
Indeed. Well, skidding into the parade route, we have Racer's Edge, which is Burbank's own indoor karting facility. They feature all-electric, eco-friendly go-karts that are fun for all ages. They do birthday parties, team and corporate events, and they are all more fun when you're racing to see who's the fastest. Onlookers can have fun at the arcade, play some pool, or shoot some hoops as they wait for their turn behind the wheel. Race in the dark during black light karting on Friday and Saturday nights. And it's located on Chestnut Avenue, just off of Victory. We got some more handstanders, I believe, coming down the parade route. This is our Golden State Gymnastics, which is a nonprofit gymnastics program located on North Keystone Street near the Empire Center in Burbank. And it has been serving the Burbank community and surrounding areas since 1973. Working with children is a privilege that Golden State Gymnastics' mission is to offer a fun, safe, and healthy gymnastics experience to every child that walks through our doors by providing the highest quality instruction and encouraging atmosphere that will allow children to reach their highest potential. We love having them here because they handstand down the parade route.
Hey, we're also very honored today to have representation from the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. It's the uniformed civilian component of the U.S. Coast Guard, comprised completely of volunteers who devote their time to assisting the Coast Guard in their active non-law enforcement missions such as recreational boating safety, search and rescue, public education, and of course they do much, much more. So great to see the men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary with us today in today's parade. Thank you very much for your participation, of course, for everything you do.
And for bringing a boat. I'm guessing that this is the Burbank Girl Scouts carrying colors down the parade route. And the Burbank Girl Scouts have been an active part of the Burbank community for over 25 years. And these young heroes continue to help where needed and always around to support our Burbank community. Not to mention selling all of those great Girl Scout cookies. Everyone loves Girl Scout cookies.
And you know, I'm loving this, Mary. I'm guessing here that what a lot of these young girls have done have come up with some of their heroes, and they're carrying signs of people who they look to as heroes. Sally Ride, Carrie Fisher, Linda Carter, our First Lady, Michelle Obama, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, let's see, Venus Williams, the Olympic gold medalist, Taylor Swift, singer, Laura Bush, former First Lady, Queen Elizabeth, who just celebrated her 90th birthday, Jackie Joyner Kersey, Lisa Ling, and Sandra Day O'Connor, all incredible women who
And
have
you know
all
what they
served.
have in common, David? They've all been Girl Scouts. Maybe we have a First Lady in our midst right there.
Or a
Or a
president.
president.
All right, so I'm recognizing some of these cars. We're going to go back to the future. Yes, no, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Of course, we're going to go back to the future a little bit with the DeLorean. We got some representation here from Jurassic Park. Always great to have a lot of the studio cars with us, the picture cars, as they call them in the biz, in the industry. This is the 30th anniversary of Back to the Future. Isn't that hard to believe?
It is hard to believe.
Wow. Oh, now I see what we're doing here. We have more picture cars coming down the street. I'm seeing the General Lee, of course, from the Dukes of Hazzard. And that's Dave Joseph behind the wheel of the General Lee. And Magnum PI, remember that little red sports car from Magnum PI? Cars that were used in National Lampoon's Vacation and the Rocky Files. Let's see what else we have here. Highway Patrol, remember that old show with Roderick Crawford? So many of these vehicles, picture cars that were used in many classic TV shows and films, are also on display at Warner Brothers. You know, many people don't know Warner Brothers has a museum that is available to people if they take the tour there. And also a part of the tour, they can see some of the classic vehicles that have been used in so many wonderful TV shows and films.
Well, we certainly have a rich history, so very generous, though, that they all show up and participate in our parade every year. Next up, representing the Salvation Army, which has been serving the Burbank community since 1957. God bless them, they provide a free monthly food box to families in need. In addition, the Salvation Army offers a free after-school program for grades 1 through 12, as well as summer day camp and children's camping program. And they are alive and well here in the city of Burbank, and we welcome here to today at the parade. They really are some of our heroes, and they do take care of some of the unfortunate in our community. So we thank you for your service.
They're honoring our fire department, our police department, all of our safety service folks here in the city of Burbank. So great to see all of you from the Salvation Army. And our hats are off to another one of today's heroes who's making this parade available. It's the folks over at Millionaire. And Millionaire is, of course, a component of the general aviation facilities at the Burbank Airport. And we thank all the good people at Millionaire who, again, are among the many who make this parade happen by virtue of their financial assistance.
Yeah, we talk about the fact it is an all-volunteer organization. There's nobody paid to put this on, and it does cost money, especially street closures. So it's those folks that help sponsor and take care of it.
Playmore, also community activities in the city of Burbank, another one of our hero sponsors today. And by the way, for those of you who are watching this parade on Channel 6, it will be repeated periodically. So if maybe you tuned in and caught it halfway through, or just the beginning, or just the end, just check your listings here on Channel 6 and you'll be able to catch the whole parade. Look at these guys, they look great.
I think these are the members of the War Horse Foundation. Their motto is Equine Spirit from the Past, promoting the contribution of the horse in military history. And they are a 501(c) nonprofit foundation, and they educate and entertain the public at festivals with musical rides, showing the pomp and circumstance of many different famous cavalry regiments throughout the world.
Next, down Olive Avenue, we have the Burbank Civic Pride Committee. The Civic Pride Committee is appointed by the Burbank City Council. There's 12 Burbank residents who compose the committee. And it is their mission as representatives of the council to encourage civic pride in being a resident or business in the city of Burbank. The committee also recognizes the high quality of life and services of our city by initiating and supporting events that educate and involve the community, thereby fostering a positive public image for the city of Burbank. Some of the notable events that the Civic Pride Committee does is the Plant a Tree Month celebrations, the Holiday and Halloween Decorating Contest, and the new Senior King and Queen campaign. Always great to see the folks from the Civic Pride Committee with us.
Great to see you, David. Mary, a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here.
And Robert always with his bullhorn out there, making sure that we can hear him.
Gotta be excitable. Don't forget about our next.
Civic Pride has brought to us none other than the Burbank Senior King and Queen of Burbank. The Burbank Civic Pride has selected our senior king, who is Stephen Marquise. Stephen and his wife Rose have lived in Burbank since 1959, where they raised 4 children. Stephen acts as an unofficial welcome wagon in his neighborhood, where he knows almost everyone on the block. Stephen says the secret to staying so young at heart is holding hands every day with his wife of 75 years.
Wow.
Our senior queen is Lee Pasinger, and she has lived in Burbank for 74 years, and during this time has been heavily involved in the community. Her achievements include founding the Burbank Boys and Girls Club and Burbank on Parade, serving on both the library board for 24 years, and even running for Burbank City Council. Stephen and Lee are both honored to have won the title.
And more equestrians here. The Spirit of the West Riders are with us today. They're a colorful Wild West group to ride for the John Wayne Cancer Foundation in order to bring awareness to the in- and outpatient care that Institute conducts at UCLA. So wonderful to have the Spirit of the West members with us today. And next, we have an entry from our Burbank Sister City Committee. And as many people know, we do have our sister cities, Ota in Japan and Incheon in South Korea, but we also have 2 sister cities that a lot of people don't know about. And so it's wonderful to have representation from all of our sister cities today. I know that there's a contingent of about 12 or 13, 14 kids who are going to be going to Ota this summer. So great to see you guys, and always wonderful to have our sister cities represented at our parade every year.
This is our very own Luther Muir cheer squad, and it looks like they have won the national champions. Good job, Luther.
And another one of our sponsors today, of course, the good people over at the Walt Disney Company. The folks at the Walt Disney Company have been a part of this community since 1939, and they continue to make a positive impact on our city every day. We're very thankful for all they can contribute to our community on a daily basis, and also thank all the good people over at Disney for their involvement in today's parade. They have their studio fire department with us today. Their fire team with Engine 19 is represented in the parade. That's under the leadership of Chief Churko. And riding with him today is Engineer Ortez and Firefighter Connors, along with their special guest, Site Porter of the Year, Shelley Sizemore. And of course, coming up next, probably the most important guy in the city.
Oh, at least the most
There
important
he
guy
is.
in the
The mayor of the
city.
city of Burbank, Bob Frutos, is with us. He's been a resident here for over 20 years, elected to the city council in 2013. You know, Bob worked as a law enforcement police officer for 26 years and has served on the Burbank Police Commission before his time on the council. He is riding today with his lovely wife, Laura. And Mayor Frutos, always good to see you. Now it's really an official parade. How's everything going, Mayor Frutos?
You know what? This is exciting. There's positive energy in our city. Look at all these beautiful people lining up for their city parade. This is awesome. And to honor our heroes, our police, fire, medical professionals, and our military, for us as a community, is powerful. And for those reasons, hey, I am so happy. This is great. Thank you to the people of Burbank for supporting this parade, being out here, and thank you to the volunteers for coordinating this. This is a great day in our city.
Thank you, Mayor Frutos. Mayor Frutos, you know, you're also one of our heroes in this city. And not only are you one of our heroes for your service and commitment to this community, but so is the lady sitting next to you, because I know as well as anybody that the spouse of anyone who serves on our city council or who serves as the mayor of this city has almost as much of a job behind the scenes as the person who is in the middle chair. So Mayor Frutos, thank you, and Laura, thank you for your service and commitment to this city.
Thank you. Thank you for your very kind words. And both of you, thank you for your support for this parade, always being involved. Thank you.
We love it, and we love you guys.
Thank you. We love both of you and the people of Burbank. Thank you.
And next up, we are honored to have with us today our very own Vice Mayor, Mr. Jess Telemontes. And Jess is a 32-year career with the Burbank Fire Department. And Jess was elected to the council in 2009. He served as mayor for our centennial year in 2011. He's a Burbank resident since 1962, a proud graduate of John Burroughs High School. And he's married to Sandy, and they have 3 children, and now a grandpa of 2. Jess says he is so happy to give back to the city that he has enriched his life and the lives of his family. We're honored to have you here with us today, Jess. It wouldn't be a parade without you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you, David and Mary, for what you do. I just want to thank everybody in the community for coming out and participating. This is a great community event, and I'd like to see all this support. You know, both sides of the street are lined from start to finish. So once again, thank you for supporting the Burbank on Parade. Thank you to all the volunteers, and especially today we're honoring our heroes. So thank you to all our heroes, whether it be firefighters, police officers, you know, hospital personnel, military service, and as well as community and city service people that provide the services we all would demand and require to live here in Burbank.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Telemonte. It's so wonderful to have you a part of this parade today. You get a big salute from this entire community, not just for all of your years in safety services here in the city of Burbank, but for your service as a city council member, as vice mayor, and Mr. Telemonte, by the time this is airing, probably in your second term as mayor.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. May 2nd is the day that it happens. But anyway, thank you very much for your kind words. And as well, I just want to introduce, my mom is behind me here in the back seat. And she's been in this parade ever since I started on the city council. And my daughter, Kristen, is her first time. And my only grandson, 3 months old, Shane, is with us as well.
Wow.
Shane's first parade, in the continuing line of Telemonte's contribution to the city of Burbank. So we'll be looking for him in about 19 or 20 years from now.
Perfect. Excellent.
Future
Great.
Mayor.
Wonderful to see you, Jess.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for your service.
Continuing with our city council, next in line on the parade route today is Council Member Dr. David Gordon. Dr. Gordon has served on the council since 2006, and he served as the mayor of the city of Burbank in 2014 and 15. He has been a Burbank resident since 1981 and has been a wonderful part of our community, serving on our planning board prior to the time that he served us as a city council member, vice mayor, and mayor. Dr. Gordon, very nice to have you with us today.
Thank you, David, Mary, everybody out here. We ordered the weather special for the day. It's perfect. And, the theme is heroes, I believe, this trip, this parade. But, I think all the people out here are community heroes. With our families, with the work we do, it's a wonderful city, and we all work hard every day to make it that way, and we're going to keep it that way. Thank you. Good to see you. And everybody enjoy the parade and the park afterwards. Thank you.
Councilman David Gordon, thank you, David, for being with us today.
And next up, one of our council members, this is Will Rogers, who was elected to the council just about a year ago this month. Will and his wife have 2 children, both away at school. His daughter is in her 2nd year in Portland, Oregon, and his son graduates next month in Denver, Colorado. The Rogers household is also full with rescue dogs that run amok. From the small at 25 pounds to the Irish Wolfhound at 175 pounds. Will doesn't want to talk about his own weight, but he's happy to share that of his dogs. Isn't that interesting? Mr. Rogers, what do you have to say to us this morning?
Does this car make me look
It does. It makes you look fabulous.
I love this car. Hi, how are you, everybody? And thank you very much, Mary and David. And thanks to all of the volunteers. It's been running very smoothly at this end. And now we have a wide open road in front of us. So it's a gorgeous day here. And I want to thank everybody for the turnout.
And look who's riding up front. Is that Mr. John Golonsky?
This is John Golonsky, and we also have Mark Duvall driving my lovely car.
Yes, I hear this is a 1959 Corvette, and it is one of only 200 original 4-speed cars left in the United States. Wow.
$400 if you want.
So great to have Councilman Rogers, our newest elected council member, with us in today's parade. For those of you who have been longtime Burbank residents, you know that for many years Will played an instrumental role in this community. Instead of being telling the story, you have now become the story, Mr. Rogers.
Talk is cheap, I learned. Yes. Thank you much. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Will.
And our final member of our city council, arriving in great style, we might add, is Council Member Emily Gable Luddy. And she's riding today with David Ho in a antique carriage depicting the movie Friendly Persuasion, which starred, of course, Gary Cooper. Emily has served on the city council since 2011.
Wait. This is we're going to keep trotting on by because we have to get to the field and help cure people who are injured in battle. We are all the Corps of the United States coming military service, and we are in an 1895 carriage restored by David Hope, my neighbor, and we are going to keep on heading out here because Ethan and Patrick love to keep trotting. But we are thrilled to be here, and thank you so much for hosting all of us. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Emily, for your service to the
Thank
city
you.
of
And
Burbank.
also to your husband, Bill Luddy, who's out there leading those beautiful horses.
Keep on trotting.
Hey, we're followed up by some of our sponsors here, Hall Hodges and Associates. And is this our library board behind us? I know they normally ride
Our
in the...
Historical Society.
Oh, the Historical Society. There they are. Gary.
Gary?
The Burbank Library Board of Trustees. Here they are with us today. Always great to see you guys.
With a borrowed vehicle from the Gordon R. Howard Museum.
Right, and Dewey the Dragon there, their mascot is on the back there. So he's looking good over there too, another one of the heroes.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, our veterans, right. And so many of our veterans with us today from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Desert Storm, and the global war on terrorism. We thank every one of you for your brave service. Colonel Thomas M. Henry was in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and I ran for over 33 years, served with the U.S. Army. Colonel Henry was recently inducted into the Ranger Hall of Fame in 2015. He's a founder of Delta Force, the highly trained counter-terrorist group in the Army. Thank you, gentlemen, all of you, ladies,
You are
gentlemen, for
heroes
being
to
with
all
us
of
today.
us. And we have also joining us next up, following these wonderful local heroes, is the Kin Negagama Martial Arts, which is a karate studio that teaches a combination of martial arts styles. Master Nagagama, with over 40 years of experience in martial arts, has created a well-rounded discipline dedicated to both the mental and physical growth of his students. The student's motto is "Your pathway to personal power."
Coming up next on the Parade route, we're very pleased to have a very special hero in the city, our city treasurer. Debbie Kike is with us. Debbie has served as the treasurer of the city of Burbank since 2012. And prior to becoming treasurer, she served 7 years on the Burbank Board of Education. She's a graduate of Burbank High School, and today she's riding with her husband, Kirk Brown. And between them, they have 5 children. Debbie, so great to see you with us today. Debbie is proud to have her son with her, Captain Matthew Kike. He is currently serving in the U.S. Army. We give you a big salute, Captain. Individual Ready Reserve after completing 5 years of active duty in August of 2015. Matt was stationed at Fort Hood in Texas, and he was assigned to the 69th Air Defense Artillery Brigade and 3rd Cavalry Regiment and 1st Cavalry Division. So he's been deployed 3 times, and we're grateful to have him with us today. And look who's next.
Next up is our very own beloved city clerk, Suzette Mullins. And she has been serving as our city clerk here in Burbank since June of 2012. Suzette has been a Burbank resident for more than 30 years, owned a business in the city, and knows the community and its residents well.
And Mary, you know, today our theme is our heroes. And I think that every single person who lives in this city knows that our real heroes in this city are our safety service representatives, from the chiefs right on down, our Burbank firefighters, our Burbank police officers, and we're so thrilled to have all of their representation here today. Dave Schmidt, the assistant fire chief, is with us.
And he's standing in, of course, for our fire chief, Tom Lenahan, and he's joined today by his family, I assume a grandchild and son. Welcome, Dave. Good to see you. You are a hero. All of your men and women are heroes to us.
How very fortunate we are. We were talking before about that we have our own municipality, but how fortunate we are that we have our own police and fire departments. A lot of cities don't have the financial resources to have their own police and fire departments. We are so very fortunate to have that, and it has made this city what it is and continues to do so on a daily basis.
Some of the best response times anywhere in the United States, and that's why we love it in our great city of Burbank.
And speaking of all of that, here comes the head hero himself, our police chief, Scott LaChasse. He joined the Burbank Police Department as the interim chief in 2010 and was named permanent chief in 2013. The chief used to work for the Los Angeles Police Department, did so for over 30 years, and under his direction, the BWP has been the winner of the 2016 Excellence in Innovation Award by the Peace Officers Association. Chief, thank you so much for being with us today. And you know, on behalf of every one of the representatives of this city, as a part of every one of the residents of this city, we give you the biggest salute today for being the head hero in our parade today.
Thank you, Chief. Well, not to be outdone, right behind our chief is, of course, the McGuff the crime dog, and he's been representing our police department since 1980, teaching millions of people that the police can't fight crime alone. Crime prevention is everybody's business and everybody can help. Take a bite out of crime. McGuff is the most recognized crime prevention mascot in the United States. His favorite crime fighting tips, techniques are used by thousands of law enforcement agencies, including the Burbank Police Department, and we're thrilled to have him here today.
Again, throwing out thanks to the people at the Yellow Pages and Insomniac Games, who are two of our sponsors today, and they're leading the way for a guy who, Mary, I recognize, and you recognize, and I think a lot of people do too. Riding with us today in the parade is actor, singer, novelist, he's an activist, Paul Peterson. And of course, all of us baby boomers remember Paul for his role as Jeff on the Donna Reed Show. And what a wonderful opportunity to have you with us today, Paul. Thank you so much for your participation in the parade today. Paul reminds everyone to support child stars and other child laborers through legislation, family education, and personal intervention and counseling for those who are in crisis. I know that he's that's been a very passionate role that he has played in watching out for child stars.
And we're joined on the parade route by Paper Rain, which began in 1967 between two friends, Lou Farah and Ken Hearn. As high school freshmen at Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks, their number one priority was making great music and performing live, which they're treating us to right now. Now we're joined by the Reach Dance Academy, which presents Cervantes' iconic story of Don Quixote Ballet, May 28th. Reach Dance Academy Company's a program of Creations Dance Theater, a nonprofit art organization in resident at Reach Dance Academy here in Burbank, across from Costco. The program is a pre-professional dance company for dancers ages 5 to 23. Most of the dancers continue their training with Reach Dance Academy, and many are privately coached by the director, Rachel Cordova.
The Burbank Cultural Arts Commission, who champion the arts in our city, are also represented with us here today. Thank you for your commitment. And they're going to be followed up here. Look at this, Mary. This is kind of special, huh? The St. Catherine's Academy. The youngest men in uniform today are the 3rd through 8th grade cadets of St. Catherine's Academy Marching Knights Band, their color guard, their unarmed drill team, and marching regiment form. They're from Anaheim, California. They were founded by the Dominican Sisters. St. Catherine's is the only academy of its kind in the nation. Both local and international students attend, representing more than 8 different countries this year. They're celebrating 127 years of dedication to the Catholic community. Today they're led by Cadet Andrew Blanco. A pretty impressive group.
Very impressive. Lots of numbers.
These cadets earned their uniform decorations for conduct, citizenship, and scholarships. St. Catherine's was the inspirational setting for the Charlton Heston film, The Private War of Major Benson. Never knew that. Did you know at this school that tuition even includes haircuts?
And so they all look sharp.
Nice to have everybody here from St. Catherine's available with us today. Well, Bob, big boy, talk about something that's a heart of this community, huh?
So much we wouldn't let it go, as you recall.
Jesus Franco, with Bob's Big Boy, is riding on the back of their truck there, that John Deere tribute truck. And he's always been a crowd favorite of Bob's Big Boy. The truck is a 1950 Chevy 3100 series brought in from Branson, Missouri, just 6 years ago. And Bob's Big Boy here in Burbank opened in 1949. It's the oldest remaining Bob's Big Boy in the United States, and it's been designated as a California Point of Historical Interest in 1993. The restaurant is a true landmark in the city of Burbank.
They're also a sponsor today, David, and I would also tell you do many fundraising activities on behalf of Burbank on Parade. And of course, speaking of parades, we have a wonderful entry from our own Burbank Tournament of Roses Association folks, and they're saluting the heroes that take care of us during our time of need. During driving an old-style station wagon ambulance is EMT Ralph Raccoon, aided by his wife, Nurse Rita. Their daughter, Rebecca, volunteers as a hospital candy striper, working to help them wherever she is needed. They are taking Mr. Bear home to recover after surgery. However, it looks like he missed the ambulance and the orderlies are working to catch up. Every day, our committed heroes from the fire and police department support our community and all of us. We love you, Tournament of Roses. The Burbank Tournament of Roses Association is an all-volunteer, year-round organization that designs, builds, and decorates the city of Burbank's entry into the annual Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. And might I say, we have award winners just about every year. God bless these good people. This is our community project, and all are welcome to come and support our fabulous city of Burbank. Thank you to the Burbank Tournament of Roses Association.
And riding past us right now is Nancy Guion, who's the Chamber of Commerce chairman of the board. Longtime resident of Burbank. She's a proud mother and grandmother of her daughter, Sergeant Cindy Guion, another one of our heroes at the Burbank Police Department, and her granddaughter Natalia and son Juan. Of course, have been part of this city. She and Juan own an insurance and payroll agency here in Burbank. Nancy, so great to see you in the parade today.
You're welcome, Nancy.
Oh, look who's following Nancy. Writer-producer Julianne Ream. She spent 10 years as an investigative agent on the TV series Unsolved Mysteries. My wife loves that show. Before she joined the Hollywood Support Group, a subsidiary of the National Veterans Memorial. The group that she works with honors actors who served in the military with medals for their service, which are presented as a part of the Silver Spur Awards each year, and many are currently on display at the Valley Relics Museum in Chester. Julianne, it's so nice to have you with us today. Thank you.
And we're joined this morning by Anthony Yanez and the NBC 4x4 caster. Let's welcome one of our favorite television neighbors, NBC4 Southern California, to today's parade. This is their new mobile weather center, I believe, and we are thrilled to have them join us here today. You brought good weather, so we appreciate that.
You know, it's really something how many communities, not just the Burbank community or even our surrounding communities, but throughout the Southern California area, Los Angeles County, are participants in our parade every year. And this year we welcome the Reseda High School, ROTC. They're under the command of Executive Officer Raul Cicina, and the unit is generally comprised of over 120 cadets who perform various community activities throughout the year. We're really proud to have them as a part of our parade today. The group represents the future of America's finest. The color guard is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Commander Edward Reyes, and the march formation is commanded by Cadet Senior Chief Elizabeth Valderas. The unarmed exhibition team is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Nietzsche, and the armed exhibit team is commanded by Lieutenant Victor Morin. We salute First Sergeant John Leach for his leadership and appreciate his bringing this outstanding group to be with us in today's Burbank on Parade. Thank you to all of these men and women for being with us today.
Next up, the Zonta Club of the Burbank area, and they are a service club dedicated to empowering women through service and advocacy. Today's Zontians and supporters are portraying their heroes dressed as famous women in history. Those dressed in orange are showing their support for the Zontas, which says no campaign, a global call to action to end violence against women. Zonta says no, loud and clear. Welcome.
Hola Fitness is also one of our sponsors today. Their classes are 60 minutes of energizing dance and fitness moves set to motivating top 40 hits. And they're one of our sponsors today. Their philosophy is a physical workout is so much more than just getting out there and dancing. It's an experience that promotes whole health and balance so that people can live up to their fullest potential. They're offering a free demo at Rockstar Dance and Fitness in Burbank at various times. And they also want everybody to know that no experience is required to do what they do. They encourage people of all levels and abilities to get involved with their classes. As they say, your body, mind, and soul will thank you.
And another one of our sponsor banners, this time from the Keller Williams real estate firm right here in Burbank. And we thank them for their sponsorship of the parade. And I know many of their members are actively here today making the parade happen, so a big shout out to that company.
Tony Gelinas and his family are with us today. Tommy Gelinas, is the founder and curator of the San Fernando Valley Relics Museum, which is located out in Chatsworth. And the wonderful museum houses memorabilia from past and current businesses in the valley, including movie and television memorabilia from many of the studios right here in Burbank. And soon they're going to have stuff on display at the Lockheed Aerospace Corporation, which was, of course, home here in Burbank from 1912 until 1995. Tommy, thank you very much for being with us today.
And as your ears and eyes can tell you, the Burbank Young Musicians, directed by Will Alvarado, are marching in today's parade. And this was launched, this brand new nonprofit music outreach program in the city of Burbank to bring marching and music back to our middle schools. The purpose of the Burbank Young Musicians is to reach out to students in our community to bring the opportunity for a free music education through performing ensembles and youth mentorship programs. This marching band is comprised of musicians from Luther Burbank and John Muir Middle Schools.
And next we welcome Tim Conway Jr. Tim Conway Jr. hosts a nightly show on the #1 radio station in the country, KFI AM 640. And of course, I don't have to tell anybody, he is the namesake of one of the most beloved comedians and entertainers the world has ever known. His father, Tim Conway, of the Carol Burnett Show fame. Tim, so great to have you with us today. How's everything going?
Although we just blew through that light, we got a ticket.
Ah, see, there you go.
Burbank's
Okay.
finest is always on the job.
You know, you can catch Tim's show on KFI AM 640 Monday through Friday from 7 till 10 p.m. So, Tim, always great to see your participation, not just in today's parade, but also with all you do with schools here in the city of Burbank.
I'm just trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, he's just trying to stay out of trouble, and you're doing a very good job of it.
It's the greatest city in the world to live in, by far.
Yeah, we totally agree. Tim Conway Jr. says it's the greatest city in the world to live in, and you know what? I think every one of us along this parade route today and participating.
We agree with
that.
you, by the way.
Thank you.
Now I get the cops to stop coming by.
And speaking of things that are great in Burbank, coming up onto the parade route are 19 dedicated cheerleaders and 2 devoted coaches which set out on a journey to make their dream of competing at nationals a reality. And now today, they are the Jordan Cheer Team. Their journey started out learning basic cheer skills, then tumbling and dancing. Through determination, enthusiasm, and their new skill set, Jordan Cheer Team placed second at their first U.S. regional competition, qualifying them for nationals at Knott's Berry Farm on February 28th. Through various fundraising efforts and with the support of the Jordan School community, the Jordan Cheer Team shined bright while competing at the nationals. Go Cougars!
All right, the proud Cougars. Great job.
Great job, ladies.
Wonderful. Hey, the Kiwanis are here. Kiwanis is dedicated to serving children and their families worldwide. And here in Burbank, the Kiwanians are real champions of our community. They are everyday heroes who live and work among us with an organization of dedicated volunteers who provide service to so many on a daily basis. They were founded in 1922 here in Burbank, and they've been turning out everyday heroes for 94 years. Can you imagine? Key clubs comprised of volunteer high school students who provide countless hours of public service to our community were established by Kiwanis. And the first Key Club in Burbank was started in 1927 at Burbank High School. The Legion of Volunteers has now grown into include Key Clubs all over the high schools in Burbank. And spirited students joining us today with Kiwanis are members of our city's Key Clubs. The signs they carry not only depict Kiwanis and Key Club service projects, but the character traits they aspire to.
Great job. And another one of our sponsors, SP, is a full-service provider of airport parking, valet, shuttles, and related services for airports across the U.S., and they, of course, serve our Bob Hope Airport. And thanks for being a sponsor. Right behind that, Milton Eady's, a well-known dry cleaner right here in town, is also one of our sponsors and brought along a few of their vans in case you have any dry cleaning.
70 years. Can you imagine that? They've been cleaning clothing here for 70 years.
Run, Hunter, quick. Go get one.
The Heather Rivers Little Stars are here. They're a dance academy for kids, teens, and adults. And they take kids starting at the age of 12 months. Can you imagine? And they offer a variety of dance classes. These classes include Mommy and Me, storybook ballet, contemporary ballet, hip-hop, breakdancing, you name it. Little Stars is proud to announce their new performing dance company, Star Collaborative, which is a company that always performs for a cause. And they hope to see you in their studio soon. Great to have everybody from the Heather Rivers Little Stars with us today.
Lots of little heroes, superheroes out there today. Next up, Enchanted Celebrations, which is a Southern California entertainment company. Today, we can see a small selection of the many characters and performers they offer. Enchanted Celebration offers superhero, pirates, stilt walkers, magicians, large-scale illusionists, mascot characters, and of course, singing and dancing princesses.
Hey Mary, I have a trivia question for you. Do you happen to know offhand which one is one of the oldest schools in the city of Burbank?
I think it's going to be William McKinley Elementary School.
Yeah, they're boasting generations of family members that have walked the same halls of that school over the years. This is a small school focused on family and community, and it celebrates all the cultures and languages that the students bring with them and focuses on enriching all children in science, technology, engineering, arts, language, and math and after-school programs without any cost to the families. And if you'd like to find out some more information about the McKinley School, you can visit their website, which is just mckpta.org. And representing the school today is not only just a bunch of their students who are out there having a great time, but also members of their PTA. So we thank you guys for all being with us today. You're all looking good in your red, sporting your red there.
Great school spirit.
Panther red, I believe it is, right?
You're keeping the school spirit alive and well. Well, David, speaking of heroes, is there any better heroes than those that take care of animals who can't protect themselves? And today we have with us the Animal Protectorate's TAPS, and it is a 501c3 that opened in June. They are Adopt a Rescue Only Pet Store, which is right there on Magnolia at 3318. And they are open Thursday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 6. These wonderful folks do more than sell merchandise and adopt out homeless pets. They are an education and community center that hosts scout troops, provides humane education in-house and in local school, works with FACT students and many surrounding neighbors and businesses, such as Warner Brother and Disney, and volunteer and foster. They are heroes.
And you know, their place is located at 3318 West Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank. They're open Thursday through Friday from 11 till 7, and then on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 10 till 6. So if you're looking for a beautiful little companion, canine companion there, look at the beautiful faces on that truck there. Stop by and visit them. Maybe you'll just find a companion that will round out your life, become a real hero to you.
My neighbor just adopted a dog from there, and she is hopelessly in love. Best thing she ever did. Another one of our proud sponsors for which we are grateful, and that is our own Burbank City Credit Union.
The Burbank City Credit Union has graciously agreed to be a part of our Family Fun Festival that will be taking place after the parade today. And if I'm not mistaken, there's Bill Foster right in. Hey, Bill.
Good to see you, Steve.
Actually, that is Eric Foster. It is Eric Foster, isn't it?
It is today.
I didn't recognize you behind the Fostergrams there.
Oh, Mary, how do you do it?
Wonderful. Welcome, Eric. We're glad to have you here.
Glad to be here. This year they gave me a microphone, too, so...
Yeah, why they did that, we'll never understand.
Well, we don't tell you everything.
But hey, not only is Eric a member of the Burbank City Federal Credit Union, but also has played a major role with the Burbank Chamber of Commerce and has been an instrumental part of so many things that are good about this community. Dare I say that without letting it go to your head, that you do play a role as one of the heroes of our city?
Oh, no. No. Don't do that to me, Dave. I just love this. This is my adopted hometown. I love it.
Good to see you, Bill.
We love you.
Oh, you're gonna milk that joke, aren't you?
We're gonna milk it forever.
Whatever works.
And NBC Universal, another one of our proud sponsors today, followed by another sponsor, a delicious one, World Empanadas, right there on Magnolia Boulevard, correct?
Yeah, hey, have you ever been there?
I
They're
have
great.
not.
Belmont Village, also another one of our sponsors, but you know, World Empanadas, oh my goodness,
I
you've
have
got to
not.
stop by there. The Santiro and Sons folks are with us today. You can see Gigi on the season of HGTV's House Hunter renovations, where she helped her clients get a $27,000 renovation. Can you believe it? And you can check out Gigi Santoro on YouTube. She says, we live where you live, we work where you work. Our community is your community. And all of the good folks over at the Santoro and Sons Real Estate are proud participants in our parade today, especially those beautiful looking, proud, standard poodles. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Tell me their names.
Beautiful,
well,
beautiful.
They certainly make quite a display in the parade today. Augusta Financial, Brett Dosher from the Treat Suite, your #1 lender in Burbank, who has served our community for over 15 years, is here with us today. And Brett is always available for all your real estate loan needs. Hey Mary, guess who's next? The people over at Vintage.
Indeed, the Vintage Burbank Senior Living. They offer a peaceful oasis with the vibrant city of Burbank. Here at Vintage, Burbank residents enjoy serenity, social interactions, and enriching activities that make life rewarding at any age. Vintage Burbank is proud to serve our seniors and veterans as they have served us. Vintage Burbank Senior Living is gratified to be a participant of Burbank on Parade to honor all veterans that have served and protected this great country, and we're thrilled to have them here in town.
And one of our participants today is Media West Realty, which is a full-service real estate company that is located here in Burbank. They're one of the fastest growing, most highly regarded real estate agencies in Southern California, and their knowledgeable, detail-focused agents provide the highest level of professional and personalized service. The talented in-house production company will create a high-definition movie about your property. That really helps move a property. Knowledge, integrity, passion for real estate, and exemplify Media West Realty's commitment to provide excellence in customer care. And Media West Realty is changing the way people look at real estate forever. Thank you all for being with us today. You know, they're supporters of so many wonderful organizations, from the Boys and Girls Club, Providence St. Joseph, the City of Burbank, the Burbank Fire and Police Office Association, Burbank Homeowners, the Burbank Unified School District, and Burbank Arts for All. People representing all of those organizations on board today, thank you all very much for your participation in the parade. You really are a big, big part about what the fabric of this community is that makes it a good community.
And a first place float entry winner, and I'd say one of our more spirited. And coming up next is Align Chiropractic and Wellness. They were formerly Fernandez Chiropractic, and they continue to provide the most affordable and effective chiropractic, massage, and wellness care for the whole family. This is their second time participating in the parade. They can relieve your neck pain, headaches, and back pain. I'm guessing there's a few people at the park that could use you right now. Their initial visit is only $29 and 4 adjustments for $49. That's a deal. Thank you for being here today.
Folks, from their president, Robert Lenthier, he served in the military, and they honor the remembrance each year when they present medals to Western actors for their military service through the Hollywood Support Group of the National Veterans Memorial as part of their yearly Silver Spur Awards. So Robert, thank you very much for your service and for being a part of our parade today.
And speaking of some local heroes, we now have joining the parade route our Burbank Coordinating Council. And these are heroes to children for the summer camperships they provide. They do scholarships to either resident or day camps. And they do holiday gift baskets for families in need, and they've been doing that since 1933. 83 years of service to Burbank. Phenomenal. They work hard year-round so that they can collect goods and also so they can pay for these camperships. Riding today are President Janet with Jennifer, Jason, Abigail, Nancy, Kajaya, Tyler, Ryan, and walking with the banners are Andrew and John, and Di and Christina. We almost got that.
Almost. And Janet Deal, there she is.
Yeah,
Boy, you
Janet's
talk
right
about
there.
heroes in the city of Burbank. Boy, you know, Janet has been involved with so many things over the years. Janet, thank you very much for your participation in the parade today. And on behalf of so many residents in this city who would not have a Christmas, a holiday, if it wasn't for you and what the people that you do. You're out there every year heading up that organization that does an amazing, amazing job for so many people. So Janet Deal, thank you for being one of Burbank's heroes.
Not to mention all the camps for kids. God bless you and all the work you do along with your council. You're good people.
Crest Real Estate is coming up next. And we want to thank them for being involved today. Thank all the people at Berkshire, Hathaway, Crest Real Estate, and Hema Sanchez for supporting Burbank on Parade today. Hema is another individual who does so much for the city of Burbank. You know, whether you're talking about the arts, whether you're talking about the schools, it's hard to go to any function that doesn't have something to do with arts or arts education or promotion of arts in the schools without seeing Hema being involved with it. I think these are the Professional Car Association, huh?
I'm guessing.
They kind of look like it.
Lifelong Burbank resident and 40-year veteran firefighter paramedic Louis C. Farah is the owner of a collection of vintage emergency vehicles. Lou is the president of Professional Cars International, a national car club that celebrates vintage emergency vehicles. All 4 vehicles in today's parade served in cities surrounding Burbank, including a 1957 Chevy Suburban ambulance from LA City Fire Department, a 1977 Cadillac ambulance from Professional Ambulance Service of Glendale, a 1969 Chevy Suburban ambulance from the San Marino Fire Department, and the mate to that ambulance, a 1967 Crown fire truck that also served with the San Marino Fire Department. These vehicles represent a true salute to our firefighters and paramedics. World Empanadas is a family-owned shop that offers food that tastes good. Nothing fancy here, just real food with no preservatives or additives or colorings. We offer an empanada for every taste, meat, chicken, vegetarian, vegan, and some sweet ones too. Bring your families for a quick bite or take a dozen home for dinner. They make all of their hand pies with love.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you here, this is unsolicited, but I was at someone's house and someone brought this magnificent, beautiful box of World Empanadas. And let me just tell you, I was blown away. You know how sometimes an empanada can maybe be a little dry or something? These are the best empanadas I have ever tasted in my life.
Thank you. Thanks for being here with us today.
We're also thanking the New York Film Academy for being with us. They were founded on the philosophy that learning by doing combined with the best industry practices is more valuable than years of theoretical study by filmmakers or actors. The New York Film Academy offers programs in filmmaking, acting for film, producing, screenwriting, 3D animation, the full gamut. So it's great to have them with us here today.
Well, and David started the parade today when we took a few moments to thank the incredible folks that make this parade possible. And it's hard to believe, but once again, a parade has come to an end.
And you know what, Mary, let's stop right here. Linda and Lisa, stop right there. Because, you know, this year you guys are honoring heroes. But honestly, the people in these golf carts that you are seeing on the parade route today and that you folks on Channel 6 are watching really, truly are the heroes. So, Alisa, I'd like you to go by slowly, because I would like our Channel 6 team to make sure we get shots of every one of these people. Carrie Briggs, Joanne Miller, Rob and Cindy Baus, Heather Jennings, Joyce Rudolph, John Miranda, Karen Volpe, Scott Hess, Alisa Cunningham, Linda Barnes, Wayne Portier, Ross Benson, Diana Briggs, and Cindy Simmons. Every one of the people who are going by here, first of all, if they look tired to you on TV, that's because none of these people have slept in a week. And that lady right there, Joanne Miller, she hasn't slept in a month. But these are honestly the people who put this parade together all throughout the year. you and I would not be sitting here, Mary. No one would be sitting here on Olive Avenue. The people who are sitting at home watching this on Channel 6 would be watching something else if it wasn't for these really good people who put this parade on. So you truly are the heroes of today.
Yay.
Representatives from Community Chevrolet with us today. Always good to have you guys with us. And Mary, unless I'm mistaken, every year,
It's the Road Kings.
Rounding it up is our good friends over at the Road Kings.
The Burbank Road Kings are in their 64th year in Burbank. The club sponsors 2 car shows each year at Johnny Carson Park in June. This year's show, of course, had to be canceled because we're still fixing up the park. And Santa Anita Racetrack in October, with all the proceeds going to local charities. Over 400,000 raised so far. The Road Kings support all City of Burbank car shows and special events, including Burbank on Parade. The club is recognized all over the world as a premier club and one of the oldest in Southern California. Notable members such as Tommy Ivo, Bob the Freight Train Moravas in the club have been inducted into the Drag Racing Hall of Fame. We are thrilled to end with the Road Kings and tailing out the 2016 Burbank on Parade.
And you know, Mary, the Road Kings, they're not just a bunch of men and women who have fun because they happen to own beautiful classic cars. They have been a part of this community in so many ways. When we have any kind of a function in the city of Burbank, you can always bet that the Road Kings tend to be the ones who are out there. What can we do? How can we be a part of this? They also do a program every year where they make funding available to a lot of the different organizations in the city of Burbank. They do a scholarship program. They do so much more than just simply show up their beautiful cars and have some fun. But they have fun in being a part of our city too.
I think the dedication, commitment, and not to mention dollars that it takes to keep these beautiful, beautiful vintage cars in tip-top shape. It's such a thrill to be around Burbank, whether it's at Bob's Big Boy or the events that they sponsor and participate in, to have these as part of the legacy of the great city of Burbank. So it wouldn't be a parade without the Road Kings bringing up the end. How many parades for you, Frank? Who's counting?
Well, Mary, once again, another Burbank on Parade comes to an end. We've thanked the sponsors, we've thanked all of the men and women who serve on the committee, but there are so many people who we probably have not had the opportunity to thank. All of the men and women of our police department, fire department, who make sure that this parade happens, it happens safely, and that everyone here is not only safe throughout the year, but safe on the day that we present this wonderful community event. Mary, every year we wonder what next year brings.
I think we had a last-minute entry.
Oh,
David.
the recyclers! Look at those guys.
This is a Stella the Steelhead in the Wallow bags, and they are pedal-powered sculptures inspired by the volunteer heroes who clean, restore, and protect rivers, beaches, natural and wild spaces. Stella is 35 feet long and made from found objects, discards, and reclaimed materials. The Wallow bags is 44 feet long and also made from reclaimed materials, including 430 plastic bags. I think a reminder for us about all the waste that we generate and the importance of keeping our environment clean.
A little apropos, maybe, that cleaning up after the parade, make sure you always recycle, huh?
Correct.
Hey, Mary, I don't know what the year will bring and if we'll be back again next year, but I'm up for it if you're up for it. And again, it's always wonderful to get together with you after our many years working for the city in different capacities. Always wonderful to be with you in the parade. For those of you who are watching on Channel 6, we are so very fortunate to be a part of this city and to really thank all of the men and women who throughout the years have served as our heroes and continue to do so.
It's been an honor, David. It's always an honor to be here. It's what I love best about this great community that both you and I share and have served for many, many years. And to all those people that we honored today, and most of all the parade folks that planned, promoted, and made this happen today, our hats are off to you. There's lots of heroes of all kinds, and we hope we're making a few more. So until next year, we're signing off.
Spring 2017. We'll see ya.